welcome to From the Bank for September.
Hello.
Hello. Another month has flown by. It's almost the end of the summer holidays. And as usual, you've been sending in your pictures of your own fishing adventures, both home and plenty of them from abroad.
Another busy month by the look of it, mate.
Yeah, the pictures have been coming in, the community continues to grow.
Absolutely.
So welcome to our new subscribers. And as always, we always invite you to join this completely free group.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, one of the bite alarms just beeped, but no, nothing more. So we will continue.
Hey up, Mark. Hey up, Mark. Hold the phone. No, I think we're right. Liner on the margin spot.
So within the group, you get to share your experiences, ask any fishing related questions that you may have.
Absolutely.
And of course, you get the opportunity to win plenty of free bait.
Love some free bait, mate.
Yep.
Discount codes.
Yeah, discount codes that you can't get anywhere else. So it's definitely worth just clicking the link, answer a couple of very simple questions. There's no spamming at all. It's just a group for people like Steve and myself who love the fishing.
Like-minded anglers.
Place to pick up some tips, ask any questions you may have, share tips as well.
Share your knowledge, experiences, help others if you can.
So we look forward to seeing more of you there as well.
There's also there's early access to sort of some of the new products and stuff as well, because obviously, we do a lot of testing with the team guys, but generally when we're about to sort of release some new products, the community is always the first place for early access, mate, so
definitely worth
another reason to be involved.
So where are we today and where have we been? Well, during August, I fished my local syndicate, Aspen Fisheries. I've caught plenty of tench and bream, but managed to avoid every carp. So I think
bit of a slow run, haven't you?
Must try harder.
Last couple of trips, mate.
He's being nice now,
which is unlike Mark, because he does normally catch. To be fair,
off camera, he says something completely different along the lines of "must try harder."
Of course.
If I take the swear words out, there's not much left, so we'll leave it at that. And also, whilst camping with my family, I fished the little pond where my fishing journey first began nearly 40 years ago.
Way back in the 18th century.
18th century, yeah. And me and Shannon caught a few carp on there, so that was good fun. Our joint fishing adventure, Steve, have seen us fish flatlands.
We've been getting about, should I say?
Yeah. So we fished flatlands with Taylor Shannon.
Yes, one of the young members.
Yeah, it's great to meet him and have a day's fishing, and we caught plenty, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, no, to be fair, I mean, your side, I think, was consistent from majority of the day, wasn't it?
From midday, though, really. It was slow in the morning, and I managed to get the fish feeding in the afternoon.
And absolutely smashed it. Mark's not selling the story, but you had like 50 plus carp, so yeah, smashed it. We had to move a little bit, but no, I mean, it was a great day. I think we still had in around sort of 20 carp, something like that. Worked a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult to get him going in the open water, but yeah, no, he fished really well.
Did.
First visit down there, caught a load of really nice fish, mate, so I mean, that was a good trip overall.
Yeah, good to meet him, and good day's fishing. We also went to Wadmill Lake at the awesome Todburn Manor Fisheries.
Yes, first experience for us.
Yeah, so we were very lucky to be invited to go and fish with Lee and Emma Rimmer.
Yes, old customers going back, I don't even know how long, I'd almost say like 7 to 10 years.
Yeah.
But we've known those guys on the social media side, for quite a few years. We've always had a good sort of social online relationship, if you like, exchanging messages and, catch reports, that sort of thing, information. But it's actually, really, really nice to meet those guys, like you said, in person, and learn a lot.
Yeah, we had a great day. They know the water inside and out, all of the lakes, so they gave us a verbal tour of all the lakes. It was brilliant, and we're hoping to go back and meet up with them again in the winter.
It's on the cards
on one of the bigger fish lakes.
Big Haze, I think we're looking at potentially.
So that will be great, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And today you join us at Woodside Lakes.
Woodside, one of our old sort of stomping grounds, really, wasn't it?
Winter banker venue, really, wasn't it?
For the commercial front, but a lot of changes has happened in the last sort of couple of years, hasn't it? Down
certainly
here,
has.
Rich is obviously putting in, a lot of work into the lake. I think we're going into that a little bit later.
We are, yeah.
Won't give away too much, but we're catching a few.
Yes.
And we're hoping for one of those bigger fish to turn up a little bit later. But more to report soon on that one.
And Steve, where have you been?
I don't know, where have I been?
So you've been to Flatlands, with one of your nephews catching.
Took him out for the first time down Flax. Obviously, you know, if anyone watches this on a regular basis, Flaxton's mentioned quite a bit because it's obviously our local and, you know, in my opinion, one of the sort of best commercials locally to go. Took him out for his first time, and he caught quite a few carp, mate, in like a couple of hours, and is hooked already and wants to go again, mate.
Yeah.
So possibly created a monster.
And we took Taylor to our local water, and he repaid the favour, and you met up with him one night.
Yes.
To go and fish his local water at South Surney Angling Club, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. To be fair, we're fishing on States. I mean, it is renowned to be pretty easy, and he's had some, you know, incredible hits throughout the day and the evening, you know, catching carp on flies, you know, that sort of thing, catching a lot on surface, you know, dog biscuits, soaked in beetling, feeders, all that sort of thing. It's a really good place. But I mean, to be fair, the thing that really stood out for me was we went across onto Franklin's and did a bit of rudd fishing, and that was awesome. Had some incredible ruds, so, you know, I'm actually looking forward to getting back, and I think we're going to go do a little bit.
We are definitely gorgeous fish.
On there in search for those big ruds, because that's really impressive, to be fair. Just like 3-line pellet, dropping it in front of them, you could see them come in, and we'd see a few pike shoot across and attack as well. But it's incredible. Little venue. It's got loads of options. Obviously you got like the tackle den and stuff on site there as well. Days Gill membership on States and Gilman's, and it's a great ticket.
Yeah, we're lucky to have it right on our doorstep, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit more work down there, and we'll get a bit more information, and do a few more sessions, and hopefully some vlogs and stuff on there as well. But really good place, and we should have done more. We should be ashamed of ourselves, I think, mate. Yeah,
and I think when we talk about local waters, we have to give a shout out to Peatmore Angling Club.
Yes,
it's a local park lake. It's literally 5 minutes from my front door, and unfortunately over the last couple of months they suffered an oxygen crash from a possible pollutant, and lost tens of thousands.
Majority of all of the silvers, wasn't it? I think there was only a couple of carp lost, but I think most of the bream and tench silvers, that sort of thing, the smaller fish, unfortunately, sort of mass sort of casualties, really.
Devastating loss, because they did a restocking policy recently as well with tench and bream, and sorry if you can hear a train going behind us at the moment.
Choo choo.
But members of the club and volunteers have worked tirelessly to remove the dead fish. They've worked hard to clear the banks. An amazing amount of work has gone in. Local clubs helping with aerators and things as well to try and get it back. It has reopened again now, but obviously there's thousands of pounds worth of fish lost. So they have created a GoFundMe page to raise some money, and if there's anything anyone can do to help raise funds or awareness of this, sad situation, then we'll put the link below, and just help if you can, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As you said, the guys, the committee members, even obviously just the members themselves, have been working, like you said, around the clock. They're doing a lot of work down there regardless. They've been doing, chopping down the trees, fixing the platforms, as you said, had to do a lot in and around the fish sort of removal. They've obviously been working with like the EA to try and get answers, to obviously get the aerators sorted as well, and have obviously started sorting the restocking program, and obviously, like I said, sourcing fish and stuff like that. It's back open. It's on the right tracks. There's a lot of good people involved, and I think in the next season or two it will start to slowly come back, but obviously it's going to take time, effort, and a bit and money in behind it. So again, if you can help.
A few carp have come out over the last few days.
Definitely the carp are fighting fit.
And there've been a couple of 20s out, some really nice scaly fish, commons as well. So
definitely,
it's still worth the fish. But like we say, if there's anything you can do to help, then please
get involved. Yeah, absolutely.
So bait factory, Steve. What's been happening in the bait factory?
Lots of bait making.
Yes. You've been through an incredibly busy period, haven't you?
Yeah, no, obviously we've had the bank holiday and stuff.
Coming to this trip, weren't you, because of
I was meant to be down at first thing this morning filming, so I was meant to have 2 days filming, and literally couldn't get out until, sort of in and around the end of the day. Which is great, the business is very busy. Obviously, we thank you very much for all of your orders and support. But yeah, no, unfortunately, it stopped us from fishing so well. It didn't stop you, did it? It's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been really busy, really good. Obviously, the bank holiday's been, busy, and we're sort of 3 or 4 days behind general sort of production. But yeah, no, most things, to be fair, are back in stock. And over the next sort of week or so, everything should slowly be back up together. We've obviously been a little bit slack with the social media sort of side of things, because it has just been all hands on deck, and packing boxes and bags, and doing all of the other little bits and bobs that go with the factory, mate. So,
but some great news that customers have been waiting for, I think, Steve, is that the Chinese hemp is back in stock.
Absolutely, we have obviously cleared all of our backlog now. It did take in excess of a sort of week to sort of process the orders that stacked up. But yeah, no, to be honest, the Chinese hemp is always of the highest quality, but this year's crop is even better than the sort of last and the one before. It's slightly bigger, so it's I would almost say it's not giant. I wouldn't say it's all and out large, but I would say it's a big medium, if that makes sense. It's got a few more sort of larger grains in there. A few of the river guys do like that larger sort of seed size for hookables and stuff like that. But if you're like me and a carp angler, you just want a big, rich, nice seed that splits well with it. Good inner shoot and lots of nutritional value, and that's exactly what it is, mate. So
and that was the issue, wasn't it? That's why it's taken so long. Is that the stocks that you were getting in the factory weren't up to standard, and we didn't want to send out product to you guys that you're going to come back and say this doesn't split, it's not, it's full of rubbish.
To be fair, obviously we have, we were out for a couple of months, we have let down a fair few thousand anglers, but at the same time, if we were to bring in a lot of the samples that we'd seen, it'd be a lot more devastating. Hemp seed and other particles, pulses and nuts and stuff, we always source the best quality, and we really did go through a lot of hemp samples, and the quality wasn't there. It's very small, wasn't splitting, very dirty. There was more byproduct of hemp than there was hemp. It's just like you just can't sell it. It's just not up to standard, so we just didn't. But yeah, no, good news, it's back in. So one less thing to worry about.
Definitely. Yep. So it's all online.
Yes. Yeah.
You can get your orders in now.
Absolutely.
So members of the promo team, been out on the bank, fishing venues up and down the country. Billy Newton has continued to catch well on his new syndicate.
So we've seen quite a few reports from him.
Yeah, quick overnighters and a rare 24-hour session using Nut 365. Bit of seafood and monster munger. Getting him amongst a carp and even a stunning tench actually as well. I think we love a tinkle or two.
I was going to say, I think we've encouraged him sending over pictures because of the comments we've made previously. Some of these carp anglers get a bit too caught up in just carp, don't they, mate?
They do.
And we're like, well, nothing wrong with a big tench.
Definitely
nice
not. So yeah, well done, Billy.
No, good stuff,
keep at it. Liam's been doing a bit of something different from his normal carp fishing. He's been on the River Wye, but he
not
doesn't
just
matter where
a specimen
he goes.
carp angler.
Yeah, he catches. He was catching barbel and chub.
He had an incredible day, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Did they have over 10 bites?
They did, yeah.
Which is, to be fair, we haven't done that yet, Mark. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
Definitely. Putting us to shame.
But no, we're actually going to, hopefully, try and inquire where Liam went and see if we can go down and get on a sort of better stretch. I mean, we are on the hunt for somewhere decent to go. I mean, we have, I think, asked before and had a couple of suggestions, but if you've got any ideas on the rivers, let us know, because we're still keen to find somewhere, and in the next month or so hope to get back down.
I think my Ross on Wye Angling Club stretch has got a bit more water in it now as well, so I think we're planning on a trip there as well.
A few stretches we haven't yet really explored, so
so we'll get onto that. And,
more to report.
Hopefully the ellipse and pellet combo, if we take up
a
lesson from Liam.
I was going to say he uses the Ellipos and Fish Pro and stuff, and pretty standard sort of barbel go-tos, I suppose. And did incredibly well. Yeah,
very good.
Well done.
Ryan Beckeleg's been out on his syndicate. Catching some very impressive carp on the seafood.
Seafood, definitely.
Good to see Ryan out on the bank again.
Yes, a man with very little time, but he does love his fishing and certainly made the most of that trip, mate.
Yeah, he catches a few as well whenever he's out.
Yeah.
Good work. The younger members of the team have been out and about, home and abroad. Ralph Apper's been out catching sea bream and mullet on holiday in Portugal, of all places.
Not something you hear of every day, mate.
But he snuck some seafood flavouring in his suitcase, and he caught the mullet on seafood flavoured bread.
Nutter. I think that's definitely the first report of something like that, mate.
So
wasn't quite created for that, but it does show the versatility of it.
Definitely.
So I suppose. So no, fantastic, mate. Well done.
And then obviously when he returned to the UK, he's continued his run of luck at Flacklands, breaking both his chub and carp PBs in the same day.
Yeah, no, he's done incredibly well, hasn't he?
Yeah, something you don't hear about you hear about the carp all the time at Flax, but they have got some stonking chub as well, actually.
Yeah, they go to well over £6 in there. There's quite a few fives.
Which for still waters is good size, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's very good, mate.
Taylor Shannon, apart from being unfortunate enough to fish with us for the day,
I would say lucky, but
we'll see what he thinks.
Opinions vary, I suppose.
But in his own time, he's been out catching some great carp, breams, skimmers, you name it. Taylor fishes for it.
I think, didn't he have some trout or some salmon or something?
He did, He's on a trout lake now as well. And
he said he just got a ticket.
Using his fly fishing rod for what it was meant for, rather than catching his carp. But it's all good.
I'm still going to try and catch a carp on a fly. I haven't done that yet.
Jack Elliott.
Yes.
Been out and about, continued to catch low stock syndicate, but he still catches.
Yeah, very young, talented angler, up and coming.
On the seafood
really
range.
Nice
I think he's just returned from a successful trip to France as well.
Yeah, no, he did go over there and had a few as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he had 13 carp, 4 over the £30 mark.
Yeah.
Great effort.
Definitely, mate. Well done. That's another great report.
Sounds like a good holiday to me.
Absolutely, and a busy one at that. So no, well done, buddy.
And Finley's returned from his summer holiday to get back on the bank. Ended the day with 14 carp, I think, using various products from the seafood range.
Top angling young sir. He's one to watch for as well, I think.
Definitely.
If he does more fishing, I think he does a bit of football and stuff as well. But I think if he had a bit more fishing time, he'd be winning a few more of those matches, mate. So time will tell, and I'm sure we'll see a bit more from him soon, buddy.
And talking of match anglers, a number of our match anglers have been out on the bank. Yes. Damien Green finished second in his section on the River Nene.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, and followed that up with a section win, I think it was, on the Census Oakwood Canal League.
Yep.
Using various products, including the Hinders Extra Fine Canal and Natural Black ground baits.
Natural Black as well.
I think.
So if you don't know the difference between those, obviously the fine is literally ultra fine, and the natural black is, the same mixture but a coarser version of. So there's a bit more food content there, and obviously isn't as light as fluffy. It's more coarse, but they're both mixes put to good use.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we probably need to introduce the ground bait range next month, as we talk a lot about particles and boilies. But the various ground baits in the range shouldn't be overlooked for all aspects of fishing as well, from canals to huge lakes and reservoirs. You can put it in spod mixes. It's great straight out of the bag.
Well, like we said, there's an awful lot of product across the brand itself, across 3 markets. Yeah. And we will start to do more focus pieces, and I think we really should do something with the ground bait. So
you and I talk about the expander mix a lot.
Yeah, no, definitely.
There's so many ground baits there that are really good for different aspects of fishing, so I think might be worth.
And some new ones as well. Yeah. So if you are in the community, we should hopefully have something at some point for you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Alan Smith has been back doing what he does best, getting some section wins using products from the seafood range.
Pennies for the kids.
Yeah, check out Alan's reports to see the effort he puts in to get these results. He's always thinking and adapting his presentation and approach, which I know that's what match anglers should do. Yeah. But when things aren't going your way, it is very easy to blame the peg that you've pulled, or but he works hard, like many of our match anglers do. But check out Alan's posts and see.
They're saying
how he does it.
There's doing it, isn't it?
That's it.
And like you said, you've got to be, focused the entire way through, quick to adapt, and work with what you've got. Unfortunately, because you've got a short window, and at the end of the day, you are where you are. You've got to make the most of it.
So. And he is Mr. Consistent as well, and that doesn't come from just sitting on your box and praying, really.
No.
We've tried.
We're doing today.
We've tried.
That's the start. We always, you know, please one fish at the start of any session.
Yeah. Mark Doherty made a welcome return to the River Wye.
Yes, he did.
Banking barbel and chub using the barbel bomb range. Great work, Mark.
Set to go out with him again at some point. Still haven't got that arranged, but we will do very, very soon. So hopefully again within the next month or so. And we should have something to report.
Yeah, Thomas Pemberton has had a month to remember.
Yes.
Catching the biggest common in the lake that he fishes on salted maize at Nut 365, and it really is a stunning fish actually.
Yeah, no, it is, and he's had quite a few as well. I think, you know, initially when he started, I think it was a little bit slow, and when he like figured it out, and he's just been reports every week now, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like you said, big fan of that salted maize in the jars. So, you know, sort of stabilised particle, and obviously like seafood. So.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And nuts are as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, no, he's done incredibly well. So keep those up. I'm sure there's more to come with him.
Yep, looks good. And things are finally coming together for Craig Runham on his new syndicate.
Yes.
We won't say too much, but if you check out Craig's video updates for how things are finally turning in his favour, you know, you see his thinking, how he's sort of worked his way through the venue, and seems to have got to grips. We don't want to curse him, but seems to have got to grips with it. Yeah, so check out Craig's video.
To be fair, I was quite happy when he got on and he struggled, mate. It made me happy because every week, you know, to be fair, he absolutely smashes it. You know, and the couple of waters that he's got, you know, even some of the harder venues, he's done incredibly well very early on. But yeah, no, that is it, fishing, you know, the learning curve, and you know, it hasn't taken him that long at all, really. You're talking a handful of sessions, and yeah, he's already sort of figuring it out and starting to put some really, you know, incredible carp on the bank, mate.
It's good to get an insight into his thinking, because you know, we can all carry that over into our fishing as well. There's things that he does that we probably do already, but there's other bits and pieces in the way that he looks at a water and how he figures it out, baiting approach, rigs, timing. And it's not, you know, they're quick and fast little updates, great little knowledge.
Oh yeah, no, it's just not a 3-hour you know, life story. It's literally, like you said, just short, quick, to the point. Couple of minute updates. No, definitely worth checking out, and we will get some more information from him as well, mate.
So they're all in the community pages, so
they'll be uploaded over the next sort of few weeks. There's a couple up at the moment, and then there'll be more to follow. So
it's good stuff.
Keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, and Daniel Smith has finally got the prize he deserved with a pellet and seafood caught carp. Another beautiful fish.
Lovely doubly, sir. Well done.
And I think finally for the promo team, and definitely not last, but Andy Taylor fished Lucy's Bowl annual event, raising funds for guide dogs. They fished Woodside Lakes. On the second morning, he had an absolute screamer on a white seafood choddy. And was rewarded with a lovely £31 plus scaly mirror.
Absolutely incredible fish.
Yeah, and you know, it is an incredible event as well. A hugely successful event. Massive congratulations to everybody involved. They raised in excess of £53,000, which will make a huge difference. Insane.
It's like you said, it really is, you know, for an incredible cause, and it is great to see all of those anglers come together. You know, it's something that Keith is obviously heavily involved with. Luke, that obviously works, you know, in the factory, is a massive supporter.
He is,
and the effort that he puts in behind the scenes is incredible. He also does not just Lucy's Bowl, but separate guide dogs. So you know, he's out like once a month doing, you know, raising money through raffles and selling merchandise. You know, so they can obviously get the funds to train the dogs, which is like you said, it's life changing. So no, I mean, to everyone involved, I mean, well done, and the hats off to you guys, because it's incredible.
And it wouldn't have the legs that it's got if it wasn't for people like Luke that just, you know, don't make a fuss.
He's the unsung hero.
They're not in it for anything else but just to raise this money for the guide dogs. So you know,
to be fair, us mentioning Luke will probably annoy him, because he'd rather not be mentioned. But I credit where credit's due, and he does do an awful lot, and deserves the praise.
Definitely.
Massive well done to everyone involved. I know it will keep going from strength to strength, and we will continue to support where we can. So
definitely.
Well done.
Our vloggers.
Vlog of vloggers.
They've been out busy, as ever.
Are we included in the vloggers now? No, we're not included in this bit.
Not when you watch some of these. No,
I was going to say we were trying to be vloggers, but we're not overly successful at the moment.
Not at the moment,
due to time. But we'll keep trying.
We'll keep at it.
Got to love a tryer, Mark.
Definitely. So Danny Belfield shows you his light-hearted review of his first ever product range. And on a more serious note, he's been fishing the waggler, feeding hemp, caster, and supercharged ground bait.
Yeah.
And had a massive haul of roach fishing with Gary and Mitzi the dog.
Yeah.
So check those out. Definitely worth a watch.
They have had some incredible sessions, haven't they?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you don't capture it like fully, even when you do the end of it. You know, when you're catching like Wanachuk, and some of these are really big sort of specimens as well. I think it's hard to capture that, but you know, that sort of fishing isn't vast, is it? It's can be tricky.
The rivers they fish as well, many of them have been in decline for we hear on the news all the time about the rivers being in decline, and many of them are. You know, we can't hide from that. No. But there's some that are really coming back, you know, the Severn, and there's some rivers that, you know, you watch where they fish, there is...
Like you said, they're showcasing the best of what rivers were known for, really, and they have had some incredible...
Keep nets of bream that takes two of them to... You know, to get these catches out of the river. It's mental. It just shows.
It's really good to see and to hear about, because you know that's what we want, you know, across all of the, you know, the rivers and the waterways, and hopefully it does full circle, like, you know, a lot of the times it does every sort of 2 to 3 years, you know, starts coming back. So it's great to see, and hope for improvement across the others, mate. So
Martin Davis, as well as fishing here with us,
I know him
at Woodside Lakes, he had a weekend fishing and he visited Bell's Mill Fishery. And then Tar Farm Lake 6 for a birthday session, and caught some pretty special carp. So check those out, and you'll obviously see Martin's vlog from here over the next couple of weeks as well.
He'll be putting something together, absolutely.
Carp King, he attended the annual Bloggers Social at Thorpe Lee, I think it was. So check out his account of that session.
We can't be like renowned bloggers because we weren't invited to that, Mark.
I think not even to make the tea.
We're not up to standards yet to be invited to the annual blog. I'm not sure what you need to do to qualify for these things, but no, great. You know, a good collection of anglers from all over the UK meeting up, and just sharing.
Looks like it was a good event again.
A great social. So one day, Mark. That might be us, mate. Living the dream.
And as I think we said earlier, Gary. Mitzi have been out on the River Severn, caught a fantastic roach.
So they do a bit of filming together, don't they? And you know, he does a little bit on his own as well. So you can find both sort of vlogs across Danny's and Gary's channel.
So check that out. It's well worth a watch. And Gary's enthusiasm is infectious. So check that out for his other session updates as well. And as always, you know, thank you for sending over all your catch reports over the last month. Again, it's been great reading through them all, looking at what you guys are doing.
It's impossible to show them all.
It is impossible to show them all. We've picked out some, and we'll have a show reel at the end of some extras as well. But Phil Mildenhall, for rare species, I don't think they get much more special than this. A golden grass carp caught on a pellet waggler. And an albino sturgeon as well, caught on yellow seafood.
Very odd. And, no, impressive, mate. Well done.
If you can hear a buzzing, it's not a huge wasp. We've actually got a drone flying over the top of us at the moment.
It does sound like it, doesn't it?
It is. So I think
that's Martin.
I think Martin's spying on us.
Martin, go away. We're filming it.
Telling us to get dinner on, I think.
Bless.
Josh Pusey has been using the barbel bomb range on the River Wye, getting amongst the barbel. So fair play, Josh. It looked great.
No, he's done very well. He sent over quite a few reports, and I have actually just popped in a sample of one of our new hook baits that we're messing around with. Cool. So I'm sure we will have something to hear back from him with regards to that. So be interesting to see how he gets on with those.
We've had a bit of success on those as well. So
we did. The last time out we did, wasn't it? So really, really good. A few people, I have been handing out a few of the hook baits to the, you know, guys that have been sending over catch reports and stuff, you know, which is another great thing to do. You know, if you get involved in you sending over reports, if we have got, you know, test products that I think might suit, you know, we do send out quite a few samples and stuff as well. But yeah, no, we've had quite a few early reports on those, and very successful. So something for next season, quite possibly. But yeah, still early testing stages. So
yep. Dan and Jack Hammond have been fishing in France, having a trip to remember, both beating their previous PBs.
Fantastic.
I think Dan had a fish of £47.14.
Colossal, yeah.
And Jack smashing his previous best of £7 with a £38.12 monster.
Nice.
So that's beating your PB and
definitely
making your next breaking it slightly harder.
Yes, absolutely, but possible. You know,
Definitely.
Keep going back, keep doing it. Yeah, it's fantastic to hear.
Mark Hill, been using buckwheat, crushed tigers, pellet combos, sweet corn as his spod mix.
Yep.
Fishing solid bags. Had 4 fish.
On this one, yes. Previously, he had another good hit as well.
2 30s.
Yeah.
A 20, and I think a 16 as well.
Can't knock that. That's a session, isn't it?
Definitely a great hit.
Top angler, mate.
Ian Watton caught a stunning 12-pound PB barbel on halibut pellets.
Yeah, I was going to say, he came in and sort of spoke about the session, you know, prior to going, and he was like, you know, there's quite a lot of barbels in there, I'd love to get a double. And picked up some halibuts and stuff, and went out and actually did it. So
I think halibuts have become a bit forgotten for barbel as well.
Yeah.
I used to use them all the time, and then kind of ellipse stole the show a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I used to use some of the Blitz range as well.
Yeah.
So I think halibut pellets, they used to catch a lot of barbel. So I think
definitely.
I think we need to put them in the bag next time we go as well.
100%. And with that new oil as well.
Yeah.
That enhanced halibut oil. Really tarts them up. And it's got a very distinctive and hard to describe odour, but other than a proper stinker.
It stinks.
Worth looking at that one. So we'll give that a go, and if you get out, let us know how you get on with it, because it's a special product, I think.
It definitely is. It's been great to see Kev Hilston back on the bank.
Yes, after
with his
a while
latest trip to Malden Hill, catching a resident tension bream.
Yep.
And he was even invaded. Not with a cormorant, but Mr. Clark.
Is that what I do? Just an invader.
Yeah. Silent assassin creeping up on people in the fishing.
I've been called worse, I suppose. But no, literally when I turned up, obviously I had the kids, we were just walking around the lake, and he had literally just bagged a pretty decent slab, I would say. It was probably about £5. I know he had a few that day, so for top angler, mate, well done. It's good to see. Simon Perry has been having some pretty awesome results on the seafood. Yeah, he had an incredible fish, didn't he? He did. A common known as Scarlet. Yeah. Fantastic capture, one that he's really wanted for a while. Yeah. And I think, he's struggled a little bit out on the bank, not from lack of effort or anything else, just finding things that a lot of us have found over the last month or so, that fishing has been a little bit hit and miss. It's been very up and down. But what a way to put that to bed, to catch that fish. Is it £41, I think it was? Stunning. Top angler, mate, incredible fish, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. Yeah. There's only one of the A-team. He said there's a few more he'd like to tick off the list, and I'm sure he will. Yeah. And Clive Welsh has been doing what I've been failing to do, and caught a stunning 33-pound carp from Aspen on the Nut 365 range. You better get some tips, mate. I had. I'll definitely be chatting to Clive next time I see him down there. Yeah, no, he does well down there, doesn't he, as well? Yeah. But he hasn't been able to get on the bank as much as he'd like recently either, so it's great to see Clive get, because he does do a few nights down there, and to get one of those, and it was a stunning looking fish as well. Fair play, Clive. Top angler, mate, and like Mark said, really good to see you out on the banks, buddy. And John Payne had an absolutely stunning hawk at 30-pounder. Yep. I don't think there is a fishing hawker that isn't stunning, to be honest. Yeah, no, renowned to have an absolute shed load of really big scaly, Cotswold fish, really incredible. And they offer the photographic service down there as well, don't they? Absolutely. So that you can have some proper shots done and they're ready for you to take away. Yeah. The thing I love best about it as well is they'll take your tackle to the swim. Absolutely. Some of the swims are a bit of a trek. Yeah. I don't know if it's me or for out shape Mark, but lugging it round the back last time we went was difficult, but Yeah, for the younger, fitter anglers, possibly you might want to just rough it, but for the mature, sensible anglers, they've got that
it's
service.
It's a great venue, and it's got
it
good
really
winter form as well. So, you know, it was the first day of autumn yesterday.
Yes.
So start to think about our winter approach, and I think that could well come into the reckoning.
Yep.
Give that a go. But
absolutely,
every month we announce a Community Fish of the Month award, chosen from your catch reports, and the winner this month is Nigel. Well, Nigel, it's your son actually.
Yes, it's not Nigel.
Nigel was quite rightly a very proud dad when he took his son fishing for the day, catching plenty of silvers, topped off with his first carp at around £10.
Fantastic.
The smiles just said it all, and yeah, we couldn't overlook it. So well done, Nigel. Get in touch with Steve and we'll get a £40 bait bundle of your choice on the way to you.
Just make sure that your son gets to use it.
And we will be checking.
But no, well done. It's fantastic to see. Well done, guys.
So that nearly brings the September episode of From the Bank to an end. As always, we hope you enjoyed the content. If there's anything you'd like us to feature in future episodes, please drop either of us a message.
Yeah.
Good luck for the coming month. If you're not already a member, don't forget to join the Hinders Bait community group and keep those updates coming.
Don't miss out.
The final word is to say, make sure you check out what is turning into a fantastic complex here at Woodside.
Yeah.
Alongside the already established Specimen Lake, which has numerous 30s in there now. There's a lovely pool called Alder Pool that's got just 2 double swims. It's making for a great complex here with easy access, some very pretty fish.
All of those fish are like really coming up in weight as well. You know, like you said, the original carp lake has got quite a few 30s in there now. I think you said at the right time, like over 10 30s.
Yeah.
And up to sort of mid at least, if not going to be bigger this winter. Alder again is the fish have put on some of those £5 to £10, you know, in the first sort of couple of years. And obviously the new one that we're on now is one to
definitely
keep an eye out for. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of catch reports over the coming months of, you know, what this venue here has to offer.
Yeah, so this lake now that we're on used to be the Match Lake, if you know the venue. It's now called the Sands.
Yep.
There are 7 double swims around the lake, so you've got plenty of water in every swim to go at.
Yep.
The swims here can be, and the whole complex can be booked online on the Go Catch app.
Yep.
Bookings for this lake start on Monday, and the lake opens officially for the public on Monday the 11th of September. So it's definitely one to check out. Rich looks after this venue. He's always happy to chat about catches before, during your trip. He shares information. The fish are looked after very, very well here. The stocks are maintained.
But he's also got, you know, a long-term plan, you know, stocking plan. You know, there's already more fish on order. You know, the fish that are in here are set to get really big really quick. There's already some good ones in here.
There is.
As well as, like I said, you know, there's more stock going in. And I think some of the smaller carp in this one behind us will also be taking out. So, yes, I mean, I can't wait to get back down and give this another go. So
huge thanks to Rich for the opportunity to fish here this weekend. We do really appreciate it, both me, Steve and Martin, who's just down the bank from us. So as always, we will leave you with more of your excellent catch pictures for this month, and from both the community and the promo team, we wish you all tight lines, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you very much, guys.